Welcome back to another episode of Gamblers Grind Podcast. It's your boy Make a Wish here, bringing you another episode of the Breakdown Recap, where we discuss the games, the matches, or whatever has happened recently, and we talk about how we dissect them in this and the third. Going forward, right now, this is how we're doing for the NBA slates from yesterday. Talk about the Knicks and the Pacers starting off. The Knicks and the Pacers starting off. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So first up, before I get into that, let me just get into the parlay. Unfortunately, the parlay that I gave for you guys ended up being 1 for 4 because the spread. No. I tell you guys, don't go with the spread. That's right. It was 2 for 4 for you guys. For me, it was 1 for 4 because I did the spread for the Pacers. The Knicks, Pacers won, and who was it? Carrying the over or the under? The over in the Nuggets game. Oh yeah. I can't believe the shootout for how many shots were being shot for the Knicks Pacers game that we did not hit our over. That was so surprising. My man, who's the guy? David got 7 for 11 threes. Halliburton got 6 for 16 threes. A shootout at the Okie Doke Corral. After no over for Ricky Corral. Make a wish, hoping for these couple of things. It's alright though. It's okay. We ain't gonna talk about that. We're not that salty about that. But yeah, either way though, this game crazy. Every game here for this series is coming down to the wire for the most part. And I mean, because of where Clutch Master Man, Mr. Clutch, Mr. I don't drive automatics. Jalen Brunson, just phenomenal. He rolled his ankle a little something earlier in the game, but that didn't take away from his ability to play and to produce for the team. However, he was a high scorer for the team. DiVincenzo was. And that was a little surprising. So while the series is still going on, if you guys want to bet those overs for DiVincenzo before it gets too crazy high, I'd advise you do it now. Like I did not do. But I might look into it for next game too. Provided that's not over like, something ridiculous like 26.5. Because he's not consistently over 26.5 kind of player. So we'll see. I mean, the only thing, it's elevated right now because of the pace of the Pacers playing at. And Knicks matching that pace for the most part. So that's the only reason why these guys are getting the shots off like they're getting shots off, okay? Just make sure we put that into perspective. I called the Patriots being the winners for this game, as to be expected. Things came out closer than I thought it would be. Just 5 points. Did I say that? I kind of want to double check if I actually called it directly. It's either going to be 5 points or like 11. Either way, it doesn't matter. Oh no, so I said the Patriots win the possibility that Knicks might come within the spread, which he did, those motherfuckers. Oh man. Either way, that's irrelevant. I'm glad things happened the way they happened because even though I said what I said about Halliburton, that might be the new demographic right now. Because I think Pacers decided that even though they only lost by 4 and officiating, in the first game, with Pascal Siakam being the point man, they opted to go with the Pacers and Halliburton shooting wild. So I do foresee that this might be the rest of the way for the series, at least especially at home. So I'm leaning in the next game for the Halliburton overs, potentially over 25 at least. Or the assist, I'm going to do what do you do for assists? He pop off. Nah, he has just only 7 assists. So you make sure you're the shot man. So, and the thing is, everyone had a turn. Everyone was getting points and all that good stuff. They're actually pretty, not really efficient. Halliburton wasn't 14 for 26, but they actually weren't too bad. So, I mean, overall, all said and done, this game played out how I imagine it would have played out the first 2 games too. Minus the officiating calls. Because I don't know if you guys heard about that, but over the course of the first 2 games, Rick Carlisle He put in let's just say he put in a partition. He made a note to make sure everyone knows that they have been not getting the best of calls, especially in that Madison Square Garden arena. So there was a total of 78 clips and videos and notations here to send to someone to hopefully get a fair shake in the next game, you know? So, yeah. Aside from officiating, the Pacers have been doing what I expect them to do. Not taking anything away from Jalen Brunson and what he's been doing, but the fact of the matter is, I foresee that the Pacers would have won this series like hands down. So, it's been a good series so far. In regards to what happens, I'm actually very, very impressed by that. So I like that very much. And then going forward with this, the best way to say it's let's see what happens going on. I'll give you a better heads up for the next one. That being said, I'm gonna drop this one off here, and right there for that, Nuggets and the Timberwolves. Oh my goodness. Mike Malone has showed me how great of a coach my man actually is. He made those adjustments like I thought he would be trying to do, and they were successful. Oh my goodness. It wasn't that they were playing better defense. It wasn't they were shooting better. They made better opening for each other and play the way that they wanted to play the game they wanted to play. It was something super simple. I watched an interview about this. You guys think, oh man, this guy's so phenomenal. We just be able to call the thing up the way it is and say exactly with the discernment and seeing what's happening. No, I'm not the guy yet. Next year will be. Not this time, I'm not. Only thing they did was actually just have Murray play faster. Have the team play faster. Get to your spots faster when you shoot. Move faster, and you saw what happened. That speed differentiation completely upset the rhythm of the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves could not get into. They couldn't defend. The speed was too fast. I don't know if that's sustainable for Jamal Murray, but I'm sure he'll try again anyways. You know what I'm saying? And that made a world of a difference. Cost me some money. Great job, Mike Malone. All right, I will not knock that one bit, because even then, like I said, Edward Jones, there was a defense. Like nothing really changed on the Nuggets defensive side of that. They were just so disrupted. That's what it looked like to me. Like everything seemed off for the Timberwolves, with the changes being put into place by the Nuggets. That completely disrupted everything. The highest point scored on the Nuggets side, on the Timberwolves side was 19. That's by AE, by Anthony Edwards, you know? So, interesting indeed how things worked out. So I'm not going to get too heavy into that game. That's actually going to be another thing. I was talked about with my boys today about this. We'll see what happens going forward in this series. He feels that if the Nuggets were to win this next game, it could be a huge problem for the Timberwolves in the longevity actually winning the series. I do kind of share in that thought process, but I also have to make sure that we notate this here, that unlike the Orlando Magic and Cavaliers series where every home game was the winner, as of right now, every away game is the winner here. Minnesota took 2 at Denver, and Denver took 1 from Minnesota right now. It is going to be an away series? I don't know. Can't say. We'll see what happens. Like I said, Timberwolves have one of the best records, top 3, top 4 in the NBA for the season for at home games. So we'll see how they make adjustments going forward. I'm still leaning on the Wolves to finish the series off. Just see what happens. Now we actually see that the reigning champions are still able to actually produce at a higher level, even with the adversity that came at them the way it came at them. We'll see how things adjust. And the Timberwolves make their adjustments and take it from there. But if it goes 2-2 though, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little befuddled going forward. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting. But the current trend though is away team winning. So we'll see. We'll see what happens to this one. On that note here, I'm gonna end this recap here. as always, my friends, happy gambling. Grinders. Make a wish. Out.